But the influx of information will speed up in an important manner as of 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30, when all of the tribunals of each department have already all of their people working intensely in the processing of all of the ballots. We must recall that the final numbers that you can already observe is done with the arrival of the numbers. And this activity will take some time because ever since the polling places is closed, it is necessary to count all of the votes. It is necessary to go through some procedures and compile all the information, and then all of it is transmitted and sent to the electoral tribunals of each department, following the procedures that are established by law. Therefore, we invite all of the citizens to await patiently the numbers of the elections. We are counting them in a clean and transparent manner with witnesses of political parties. They also have copies of the numbers, and they can compare that the numbers is clear for all of the citizens to see, and of course for the organizations, political organizations. Therefore, before I give the word to your questions, I want to highlight that we have closed an important electoral day that has been participative, and this is the one that has been demanded by our democracy and required by our country to establish our democracy. It has been a day, a successful day for democracy in Bolivia, and I think that all of us have collaborated in this huge success. We are awaiting your questions. Good evening, President. What is the percentage of the final numbers do we have now, considering that at 5 o'clock some numbers have already arisen, and in the rural areas, what are the percentages that we have, and is there any authorization to present exit polls? Good evening, President. From this mechanism that is being carried out of counting votes, how much do you think that at time we will wait until we have 100% of the polling places counted? How time do you think that society will have to wait to know the final numbers? Good evening, President. Are you going to work? What are the times you're going to be working in? Could you tell us? This? It is important to indicate that the majority of the tribunals in each department it's important to indicate that the majority of the tribunals in each department have installed their session at 6 o'clock, just like the law says. However, the majority of these rooms have said that they're going to have an awaiting period until 9 o'clock, because at 6 o'clock there were not any initial numbers. So at 9 o'clock, when they're going to start working again, we will have a significant growth of the information of the final tally, and remind everybody that all of the information that now appears in the system is official information, and that it is of sessions that have been validated and that have had the approval of the tribunal. And this, therefore, is official information. Right now, we have an advance, a small advance. However, as of 9:15, 9:30, we will have an exponential growth with information that arrives from the 9 departments of the country. It's important to highlight that in regards to the second question, that the news media that have carried out exit polls, be these news organizations or universities, can, as of 8 o'clock, present their results. They are authorized to do so. And the tribunal has always been respectful, not only of the legality, but also of the liberty that these organizations have, that within the laws, they can carry out their rights. Our commitment is to work to our maximum capacity, and this is the same with the departments, and from the tribunal and the tribunal and departments, is that the sessions will continue while there are there is work to be processed, and the department tribunals and the Supreme Electoral Tribunal need all of the documents to keep on adding the numbers. It is probable that at some point of the night, when there is no more documents coming from the departments, that we might have a pause, and we will start once again tomorrow very early. And this when we have more information that is significant. And of course, as this information arrives and the information is more important, of course, this implies that we will have results that respond to all of the diversity of the country, not only according to departments, but within each department. After the first results that are the results of the capital and the areas around the capitals, we will see the other numbers that come from smaller cities and rural areas. And finally, the last numbers that will arrive are those that are from the rural areas that are further from the capital cities. President, what is the percentage of the numbers counted that we can have after 9 o'clock, and when will we have the final results of this election? Good evening, President. The Minister of Economy today said that there was a boycott. Do you have some information in this regard? Good evening, President. What do you say to those politicians that are saying that there is a delay in the results presented by this tribunal? Well, it's important to indicate that the Supreme Electoral Tribunal is committed to give the official numbers and definite numbers. This is what the law and democracy requires in facing this election that is so delicate and will determine the future of our country. And this is what we're doing. This process may, in this stage, be a bit slower, and progressively it will speed up. But our commitment is, above all, with the accuracy of the results that we will turn in. The numbers can be, you can see the numbers on our system, and of course, as I've said before, as of 9:15, 9:30, we will have an increase of these numbers as the tribunals of the departments are being reflected. In terms of the DIREPE, we have already said on many occasions that the Supreme Electoral Tribunal has decided to remove it because we thought that in an election that is so delicate, we should privilege the accuracy of the information, and that confronted with a doubt that this could generate by having a preliminary system of results that goes in parallel, it was better to just bet totally on the accuracy of the results, of the official results. This is why the Electoral Tribunal has decided to withdraw the DIREPE, so we can have certainty in this election of 2020. And this is what will be reflected in the national tally. Good evening, President. I have two questions. One, so since the counting of votes, it's still not relevant, when do you think we will have like tendencies that cannot go back on? And second, I know it's very early to ask, but should there be a second round, when will it be? In case of a second round, this would be on November 29th, on Sunday. And as I said before, our objective is to offer the maximum amount of information that would be reliable information, and this is what the tribunal is doing, and also the department tribunals. We will be working very late tonight. Of course, the indication is that all of the tribunal departments should not suspend their working sessions as they still have information to process. And as we have said, most probably at some point of this night, we would have a pause so we could start again tomorrow morning. And we will try, our mission, our responsibility is that 100% of all of the numbers be processed. We are asking patience from the citizens. We understand that there is a need to know the results as soon as possible, but we are at a point that is very delicate. This is the most complex election. We must strive to have certainty, reliability of the results. This may take time, but we will have the certainty when we have the final count that 100% of the results are those that reflect what the citizenship has voted on this October in 2020. And this is how our organism has responded to the citizenship attitude that has been serene and peaceful throughout all of the day. And in this sense, we call upon all of the citizens to maintain this attitude. We ask the same from the political leaders. This is a calling to keep calm. The numbers are being processed, and they will reflect the will of the people. I think this is a time that we must all maintain a responsible behavior that we have shown throughout the day. Our behavior must be along with our values of democracy. I am sure that we will conclude this process in a very clean and transparent manner. We are advancing in that direction. President, can you please tell us what is the calling for the political actors who have immediate results? Excuse me, President. What is the perception that the observers have had regarding this process? And is there any time when you will give any reports on this process? Well, it's important to indicate that we will privilege the certainty of the results. That is our commitment. And the international observation mission, the four main ones that are working here, European Union, the Carter Center, OAS, and the Association of Electoral Organizations will give the reports on Monday and Tuesday, and then they will give a complete report on what they have been able to observe. However, in the upcoming hours up until Tuesday, most of these missions have said that they will turn in their preliminary reports to the tribunal, and that they will speak about they will hold press releases where they will give a whole overview of this process. I don't want to speak individually for each one of these organizations. Each one will say what they have to say in their press conferences. I think that there will be the opportunity to have questions and answers with the press, and that they can answer all of your questions. Thank you very much. Thank you for your presence here and for transmitting this message of patience to the country. But we will have reliable and transparent results. This is the commitment of the Supreme Electoral Tribunal, and we will continue with the session so we can continue with the processing of all of the ballots that come from foreign countries, and also with the tribunal departments. Good evening. Thank you very much.